Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Blue Beetle, because remember that movie that was supposed to come out this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, the Blue Beetle movie. Well, the good news is that it's tracking to make more than what was originally projected, which was 12 to 17 million. Now they're saying it might make 25 million this weekend. It might actually beat Barbie. The bad news is it was DC's lowest Thursday night preview.
But it doesn't matter. The 25 million is like the win.
It's the win. So instead of getting an F, it's getting a D minus.
Right, and but you still passed.
But you still kind of sort of passed.
That's what I'm saying. That's the logic. But you know.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about this. This is not good. This shows the diminishing returns of the DCEU, and I don't expect much for Aquaman. It's not going to be another $1 billion movie at all. There's no way. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. If you do, you'll get a woohoo. Woohoo! She's trying to give woohoos today.
I'm trying to talk.
We're both a little under the weather.
Yeah, Concrete has reached us.
The Concrete has worked its magic on our vocal cords. So bear with us here. Anyway, let's talk about this. Obviously, not feeling well enough to go out and see Blue Beetle this weekend. I don't know if I would have gone out to see it anyway. Now, to be honest, the original trailer, it didn't look bad. It really didn't look bad, but that Batman fascism quip coupled with the attitude of the director is enough for me to be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll catch it on HBO Max something. If then.
A lot of times you say that, we still don't watch it there either.
So let's talk about, yeah, it's true. Let's talk about the Thursday night previews being the lowest Thursday night previews of 2023 for DC, coming from comingsoon.net. 2023 has not been good for DC. They said Shazam 2 and The Flash both bombed at the box office, and The Flash cost $220 million to make. It's now estimated to be one of the biggest box office bombs of all time.
Yeah, it's on Max, isn't it?
I think it's on. Yeah, I know it's on Vudu. You can buy it on Vudu already.
You're just like, don't care.
I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm sure it'll be on network TV here pretty damn soon. Blue Beetle earned $3.3 million in Thursday night previews at the box office. Ew. This is lower than Shazam 2, which earned $3.4 million, and The Flash, which earned $9.7 million. Blue Beetle is currently tracking to make $25 to $32 million in its opening weekend, which would put it on par with Shazam's $30 million opening. They're saying 25 now.
Yeah, no, it's not good. But it's twice as much as they expected.
Yeah, so there's that. So originally, Blue Beetle was tracking to only make $12 to $17 million.
Here's my theory. I think when they know something's going to fail, they deliberately post the tracking down lower, so that when it does better than that, they can say it's a win.
I think they did that with Dungeons and Dragons. They knew.
I do. I think that they deliberately track it lower so that that it always looks like they can always tout it as a win.
Yeah, because I think the problem they had with The Flash was they made it out like The Flash was going to do $120-some million opening weekend. It was going to be the biggest thing ever. And as we got closer to its release date, it was like, yeah, this thing's going to be a massive failure. Mm-hmm. Massive failure. So, yeah, I think you're right. Because if they had said, yeah, we're tracking this thing to do 30 to 50 million and it did 25, they'd be like, oh, it misses expectations. Right. Now they'd be like, Blue Beetle rebounds, everybody.
Yeah, they know something's going to do terrible.
Yeah, it's all about the spin.
Like, oh, the tracking says, we'll tell people that's what the tracking is, so that then it looks like it's a success.
Yep. It said Blue Beetle and Shazam 2 had similar budgets. Their Thursday night previews are a harbinger that the two will perform similarly at the box office. I don't think so. I think Blue Beetle is not going to do as well. I don't think it's going to do as well. I think it's going to be here and gone, and everybody's going to forget it was a thing, and then they're going to kind of just sweep away the remnants of the old DCEU and usher in the gun era, which I do not think is going to be. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So, yeah, this is Blue Beetle earns the rare distinction of having lowest box office preview ever for a superhero movie in 2023.
That's a lot of the lowest ever for superhero movie in 2023 on a Wednesday at 3
o'clock. But
for being fair.
But here's the good news, guys. It might beat Barbie after Barbie's been in the theater for 5 or 6 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's running with it. It's going to be Barbie. And I'm just like, yeah, because like everybody went to see Barbie already.
Everybody went to go see Barbie. Everybody wanted to go see Oppenheimer. So Blue Beetle is beating Barbie. Beating, you should put that in quotes. Beating Barbie with 25 to 27 million. Blue Beetle is looking at one of the lowest openings among any title in the DCEU. Elsewhere, Oppenheimer jumps to the 700 million. Yeah, so that's how they're going to spin this. You're right. They're going to spin this like it made twice as much as the worst possible scenario, which is $12 million, which is pathetic. And good news, everybody, it beat Barbie after a month. After a month, and
it's about a month, yeah.
Like most of the people that wanted to see Barbie have seen Barbie already, and it could potentially beat Barbie. Actually, be funny as if once they run the numbers on Monday, it
still doesn't beat Barbie.
It still doesn't beat Barbie, but like, yeah, this is a massive failure. I mean, it is. There's no way to candy coat this. They're going to try to spin it as positively as they can. And they're going to look for, I mean, there were other articles out there I saw that they're like, it's going to be the number one at the box office this weekend, guys. It's the best thing ever. And the audience, it's a grassroots effort. People are coming out to support.
They're going to do. They're going to say, like, after this weekend, they're going to be say better than Barbie. Or they're going to say, outperform Barbie, and then try to use it as a marketing tactic.
Yes.
They're like, oh, so-and-so said it was, it was the best thing since whatever, and then they'll run with it. The rest of the review was like, it's dog shit. But that one kernel of corn in the dog shit, they'll pull out and be like, hey, we're gonna run that and say it's a positive.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, to me, it looks like a bigger budget CW show. It doesn't really. I don't think it warrants a trip to the movie theater, but they're talking, grassroots effort. They got people out there, and I'm not saying the movie's bad. Like, I have no idea if the movie's good or bad. I'm gonna be honest. It's really interesting to see the spin that they put on these movies. Covering this stuff as long as we have, that even an absolute failure is gonna be spun to be a positive. The same thing's gonna happen with the Marvels. I guarantee you it's going to be like when the Marvels falls flat on its face, which it's going to. They're going to find some reason to be like, well, it was the best superhero movie starring 3 females released in November ever.
Yeah, probably.
And, it held its own against Dune for like a day. Yeah, so that's what they're going to do. So anyway, are we going to wrap this up?
Yep.
I think we're going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.